Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dialed In, the NFL podcast where you can be a part of the show. All you got to do is click the link in the chat. That'll bring you right onto the screen with Michael and myself. Speaking of Michael, I want to introduce ourselves. My name is Anthony. I have a YouTube channel called Pittsburgh. You can find me and my wife doing all kinds of crazy fun things all over the world. And Michael does a awesome sports card YouTube channel, does tons of hobby talk, teaches people about eBay. This guy probably has more knowledge on shipping than just about anybody I know. So would highly recommend you guys going over to Huddle Card Collection on YouTube and giving him a subscribe as well. What is going on this week, brother?
Oh, not much. How are you?
Good, man. Excited to be back for yet another one of these.
Oh, yeah. Big John, how you doing, buddy?
Especially since today is Steeler Day. Happy birthday,
Big John's birthday once again.
Only guy that has them 52 times a year. But yeah, man. Anything catch your eye in the NFL this week?
I was surprised, a little bit of the, some of these younger guys. I mean, Jackson Dart. I mean, against the Jets. I'm not sure. I know he didn't go ahead and play against, I don't think against all the number ones and everything, but he did well. Cincinnati. The thing that gets me is from they played a lot of their main defense against Washington, and I was very they gave up like what 14 points in 14 plays or something like that. It was just kind of crazy and stuff. So I mean Cincinnati, they are wasting Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I'm sure you don't care about. I'm sure that's fine.
Don't bother me.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm sure that's fine for you.
Worked out just fine over here in Pittsburgh. What's up, Sean? Yes, we are playing against ChatGPT again. Today we're going against the all-time Steelers. I always forget which way StreamYard goes. But yeah, we're going against the all-time Pittsburgh Steelers this week. Next week, we're going to be going against the all-time New York Jets.
See, I think we could win next week.
Good, Big John.
What's up, Big John? How are you?
What's up? All-time New York Jets still gonna lose.
No. I think we can either we're going to tie or we're going to win next week. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, man, it's going good. It's going better now that you're on here, man. How are you doing? What's the latest and greatest in your world?
Everything's going good. Tuesday, gonna get ready and make some dinner before, I'll hop on live later on tonight with FD.
Nice.
But I figured I'd join you guys for a quick bit. Let's talk.
That's what's up, man.
Repping the Bears as usual.
You say your Bears did pretty good this one. I mean, Caleb looked he looked decent.
Yeah, I put little stock into preseason, good or bad. I don't put unless you're horrible, but I don't put much stock into it. It's good as long as he's grasping the offense and getting ready for week one.
That makes sense, man.
No, definitely for sure. Definitely for sure. No, it's good.
Super Bowls aren't won in the preseason, but they definitely can be lost in the preseason.
Very true.
Yeah.
Everybody get healthy. Come through.
Yep. It's gonna be interesting to see. You got some of these guys that they're, Terry McLaurin. He changed from a holdout to a hold in. He joins what's his name from Cincinnati. The defensive end who's
Hendrickson.
Hendrickson, who's holding in. Cam Hayward is holding in.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I look at it from a standpoint of, some of these guys. I mean, I get it. I think they see, what's going on. I mean, they want a new contract. I go ahead and I get it. I mean, there's so much risk involved even in just the spring training games, which I mean is no different than any other sport. But when you're talking about a car crash on every play, obviously the risk level goes up, right? Risk level in a preseason basketball game, yes, it's there, but it's a little less chance of you getting hurt in a preseason basketball game or a spring training baseball game than an actual football. Because the risk for injury is higher in football, period. Anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely. So what do you guys think of the whole Jameis Winston news coming out of New York? There'd been a few teams that reached out to the Giants asking for Jameis's services, and apparently they thanked them for their interest, but they said Jameis is a New York Giant. What do you guys think about that with all of the quarterback talent they have going on in New York? You think they should trade him?
No, because you have Fields first and Jameis second, right?
No, that's in New York. That's in the other New York. They have Russell Wilson first, then Jameis, and then Dart.
Yeah.
Dart and then Jameis, however you want to stack them.
Jameis can win you games. He can also, he's exciting and fair, and I think he's a good locker room guy.
I can see that.
And I think he's learned how to be a pro from being down in New Orleans, how to prepare. So he's a good bridge in between Russ Westbrook and Dart as far as professionalism and being able to relate. Because Russell's problem is he's hard for other people to relate to.
Yeah.
While Jameis is trying to be everybody's buddy.
Yeah, he really is.
Right. So I guess that's a good dynamic to have in your quarterback room.
Mm-hmm.
Two different ways to be professional for Dart to see, and two different ways to galvanize your teammates and get your teammates around you. So,
yeah,
I mean,
definitely a good point.
Well,
I can see that point for keeping them.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to keep him right now, because nobody's hurt. I know it sounds weird, right? But nobody's hurt. Like if New Orleans was like, "Oh crap, man, we made a mistake. We should go ahead and bring him back," because we really look at our quarterback room and are like, "Oh my goodness, no way." I mean, then you make they can only offer so much because you're not going ahead and having a lot of other people that need a quarterback. But let's say Matthew Stafford, let's say his back acts up and he can't. You can see the Rams maybe looking over there and going, man, what are you going to do? Stuff from that standpoint. But to me, I think for right now, it pays for the Giants to wait to see what happens in the different quarterback rooms throughout the league. And then if you have multiple teams, going ahead and coming at you, you go from there. I mean, with the way Dart has played, it seems a little silly to have him as your number 3.
Mm-hmm.
And if you truly believe if they're, I mean, to me, if they have announced or they're going to announce that it is going to be Russell and he's going to be the guy and stuff, what does Russell have to like? Why would you go from Russell to Winston when you have a first round quarterback there? It doesn't right. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense as to why you would do that. So
I mean, if the Giants are smart, they will go the Packers route and have Dart sit a year because they have a potential Hall of Fame quarterback in Russell Wilson, and it will at least sit 6 weeks, 10 weeks if it's bad, right? We're not gonna make the playoffs. The last 6 games, we turn it over to Dart to see what he has, kind of like what Casey did with Patrick Mahomes. I don't think they're in win now mode, so I think Russell has to start because they're in win now mode. Daboll's trying to keep his job.
I mean, definitely.
Who's calling for Winston? What teams have called? That's what I'm curious about.
Well, I'm not sure. They haven't actually specified which teams are interested. They just said that they have received a few calls.
Interesting.
I mean, looking at the NFL right now, to me, the two that would make sense would be New Orleans and the Rams.
Yeah.
Because you
maybe even Indy,
huh?
Maybe even Indianapolis as like a dark horse. I don't know if you guys heard they ended up naming Daniel Jones the starter there over Anthony.
Yeah.
Richardson.
Yeah, and the Browns named Flacco, which I think everybody knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
You think that was the right move for the Browns to go with Flacco?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think I'm going to say yes. But I understand the reasoning for no. I'm saying yes because when you look at their first 6 games, after they play their first game, all the other teams are playoff teams, double-digit wins.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, who are you going to throw out there? Are you going to split time between Shedeur and Gabriel?
I wouldn't.
Are you
I
throwing?
think Shedeur's look better than Gabriel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, from a standpoint of I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, either one. I mean,
What's
I guess
up, John?
What's up, Matty Ice? What's up, Johnny?
Matty.
Hey, Matty.
I mean, if you're gonna, I don't know. I don't know if throwing either one of those two kids in there against that, little bit of a gauntlet that they have out of the first, 6 games, 7 games of their season. I don't know how much that tells them what they have because the truth is they have 2 first-round picks next year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So do you throw a Gabriel? Do you throw a Sanders out there and knowing that you're going to be crap and you could have the worst record and then you get to go ahead and pick Arch Manning if he's willing to go to Cleveland? And NIL has changed the draft so much because these kids don't have to come out. If you're Arch Manning and you're looking at the end of the season, you got Cleveland as the number 1 pick. You go, you know what? I'm going to go back to Texas and make another $4 million playing college.
Yeah.
I don't need to go ahead and I don't need to come out to make money. I'm getting a whole bunch of money. Dude, he handed the ball off 3 times and he handed the ball off twice and ran once. Stop about looking good. Mike, you are such a homer.
Like John, like I said at the beginning, like I don't put that much stock in the preseason. So we talk about Cleveland. Yes, I guess on paper, Shedeur looks better than Gabriel, right? I only seen the highlights. I didn't watch the full game. But the thing, I think the rest of the team embrace Shedeur more than they do Gabriel. And that's what's going to be the thing that you can't deny to eventually get him into the game. I didn't think highly of Gabriel coming out of college, but I understand your point with their being so hard to start. Not risking either one of them may be the smartest thing that this dumb organization could do.
But everything coming out from the scouting board was this. If Dylan Gabriel, and I know it's a giant if Dylan Gabriel was 3 or 4 inches taller, he probably could have been the 2nd quarterback drafted or the 3rd quarterback drafted. He would not have lasted until the 3rd round. Talent-wise, pure throwing and everything like that, Dylan Gabriel has gone ahead and been rated higher, than Shedeur.
Mhm.
I mean, unless we're really going to think that Sanders went where he went because of all of, of a whole bunch of other reasons.
I personally
I
went low
think
because of like people were worried about the circus coming to town. Like I think he's super talented. Personally, if it was me, I would probably start Shador just because I think he has the highest upside out of everybody. And then if he sucks, guess what? You have one of the top picks, just like you said, Michael.
No, I agree. Yeah, fifth
I,
round pick, go ahead and throw him out there and see what happens.
it's just
I
gonna
don't.
be funny how next year we won't be afraid of the circus coming to town with Arch Manning. And that is my thing. I think NIL's changed things, and the fact that he didn't need them and hurt them, and Deion Sanders' mouth probably hurt him a little bit, and rubbed people the wrong way. But at the same time, he's got one of the best contracts because he has basically an NIL type contract where he's getting paid for everything that sells his. He's already made millions of dollars just off his jersey sales.
Right, that's what I'm
Same thing
saying.
with
It's not
what
about
Bronny did.
right.
Yeah.
It's not about. I
So
mean, it's more about what Dion did. To me, it has the. I think there's I don't understand. I don't think the circus around Arch Manning is the same circus that they thought they were going to get around Shador.
I just think
because
Deion
it's
outspoken.
because Archie's not going to coach.
Huh?
Because is it because Archie Manning's not going to coach? Because he's already come out and said, "Oh, well, Archie's going to go. Archie's not coming out next year, right?" This is the same father that made sure Eli went to New York instead of going to the Chargers.
No, I understand, and but he doesn't have to do that this year.
Hmm?
He doesn't have to do that this year, because of NIL that changes.
And for the record, I'm talking personalities, not race. Just for the record, when I'm saying these differences, because I know people look back and really think I'm talking about personalities in the fathers and not race.
Oh, honestly, I thought that's what you were talking about the whole time. I didn't think you were talking race.
No, not for you guys. You guys know me. Just for audience, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about personalities, not race, because that's what people get confused, and that's what you're gonna have next year. People saying, trying to pay the race as a difference because, as we know, people don't understand nuance in conversations.
Yeah. No. I just think. No, I agree with you completely in what you're saying. When you look at what Arch Manning did for Eli, I don't know if Cooper Manning will do that for Arch. I mean, unless Arch will listen to his grandfather and his uncles and be like, "Hey, Dad, sorry, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to I'm going to listen to the 3 NFL guys, Dad, and not you. Sorry." you know, from that standpoint, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I mean, to me, like I said, quite honestly, it doesn't make a difference to me if if they want to go ahead and they want to throw Shador out there. I mean, why not? Why not go ahead and see what you got? Because if you go ahead and if he's that good and he can lead you, man, you got 4 years of a nothing contract
Mm-hmm.
that can help you, help you a lot. Now, I don't think it will because of the division the Browns are in. I'm not.
Ravens, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati.
I mean, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. I mean, I don't know how much Cleveland is going to be a draw. I mean, they'll have the money to spend. They can, they can try and buy as many guys as they can. But I don't know. I mean, I don't really, to me, like I said, I understand what you're saying, Big John, and to me, it would make sense to give it to one of those guys. I think unfortunately, they've both only played one preseason game. And I know Joe Flacco hasn't played any, but Joe Flacco's also been in the league, what?
20 years. He doesn't need
it. he's been in the league forever, so you could kind of sort of understand him not needing,
if you've been around the league for when they had 2-a-days, you probably don't need to be playing preseason games anymore at any position.
And John, you did not miss the Chat GPT game, brother. You're just in time. In fact, anybody who would like to join, feel free to click the pinned comment.
I got a question though. Why wouldn't LA give Stetson Bennett a chance? Why would they trade for Winston or try to trade for another quarterback and not give this guy a chance? They drafted him. He's been in there 2 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't forget last year he was out all year long on a pup, whatever it may have been.
Pup.
I mean, not knowing what that is that, I don't know, what is it? Was it an anxiety thing? Was it a, drugs and alcohol thing? There may not be trust in handing the franchise over to him.
I have concerns over somebody who spent 6-7 years in college and didn't graduate. So I'm not saying. I'm just saying they've had him in there twice. He didn't play last year. He should have a better. I mean, he's basically the same as JJ McCarthy, right? You don't know what you have. They both ended it. You don't know what you have. They've been around the team.
Yeah.
So at some point.
Good, my bad.
I don't think the Rams are our playoff team, even with Stafford healthy.
Right, and that's what surprised me, that they didn't go ahead and go for a Milroe or a Riley from Notre Dame or even Howard from Ohio State. That they didn't go for one of those guys in the later rounds to see what they could possibly get. To see if they had somebody else. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo's their backup.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rough if they have to roll out Jimmy G this year.
Yeah.
I mean, but their head coach, I don't know how helpful their head coach is to the young quarterback, trying to talk to them up to the very last second every play.
Mm-hmm.
Like at some point in time, I got it. I've been doing this. Let me process it and go. Give me the play. Let me go. I don't need you giving me every freaking detail, every single play.
Mm-hmm. That's why it kind of sort of would make sense that they might be one of the teams that would call the Giants for Winston.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he can. I don't think he can pick up their playbook. I'm sorry.
Look, I'm not saying he can or he can't. I'm saying, to me, I think that's one of the reasons maybe why I could see them being one of the teams. I'm not saying, I don't know. To Anthony's point, we don't know. It hasn't come out, but we will see.
Mm-hmm.
Before I get out of here, I got one more question. Are you guys doing a fantasy football?
Yeah, 100%.
We are doing fantasy.
I'm in a few different leagues this year.
I didn't get my invite yet. Did I just invite myself to it right there?
Where's John's invite, Michael? You're the GM here, man.
I'm the commissioner of the league. I wish I would have known. I would have. We had an opening. I would have let you know.
It's all good. I'm just
messing. Right. I'll figure out a way to get one of the guys pissed off at me and quit the league, and I'll get you in.
What do you mean you want John to take my place, Michael?
I don't want to take anybody's place. It's all good. I'm just messing around.
It's probably too late, but Anthony, we should have a Dialed In fantasy league next year.
That would be cool.
It's not. I've always liked drafting after the third playoff game, preseason game, not before.
I usually like to also.
Mm-hmm. For
All
sure.
right, I'm gonna cook. I'll be listening in the chat.
Good,
All right,
You
man.
guys have a good show.
Big
Enjoy
John.
your dinner.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Bye.
Arch and going Indy, the team screwed Andrew Luck from a career. Yeah, and Sean, I see what see what you're saying there, but you know what?
I would love to see it just because of Peyton playing there. I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be cool if he went to Indy or if he went to New York Giants or if he went to what was the other one? The Saints. Because those are like the three Manning teams. I think it'd be
Yeah,
kind of
I mean, I think the Saints and Indy got a better shot at finishing towards the bottom. I mean, I could definitely, to me, like I said, Sean, Texas fan, Arch isn't going anywhere. I mean, I hate to say it, Sean. It all depends who has the first pick because I almost guarantee I could almost say with an utmost confidence that if the New Orleans Saints or the Indianapolis Colts had the number 1 pick overall, I think he would go. I think he would definitely go to the Saints for sure. I mean, the second coming of Arch Manning. So
that's the GPT team, buddy.
yeah, that's the Chat GPT team. Slow down,
Personally,
man.
I'm a Big Ben guy, but then again, I watched him during my life. I grew up with like tales of Terry Bradshaw, but I wasn't born till '84. So like I didn't actually live through those Super Bowl years. So like Big Ben's near and dear to me because he's the only one that's actually brought me Lombardis in my lifetime.
Yeah,
but
I did.
That gives us an easy first round pick at quarterback, though. Blonde Bomber.
Yeah, I mean, so looking at theirs, the defense is going to be 2 years before he leaves. Man, Sean, you just love Texas football, don't you?
I mean, honestly, if he can make money in NIL and get an education, and it's not a bad option nowadays.
To me, like I said, it depends. If he's eligible to join the draft this coming year in 2026, to me, it will all depend on who has the first pick and if he's healthy. That's the way it's going to be. I don't if there's probably one or two teams that if they have the first pick this year and he's eligible to actually almost choose that, it's kind of like choosing it, then he will go.
Mm-hmm.
If Cleveland has the number 1 pick, he may be going, you know what? No, I don't want to go play in Cleveland. I'd rather play in a dome in Indianapolis or a dome in New Orleans. So
yeah, that makes sense.
But that being said, so ChatGPT put that team together.
Yep, that's what ChatGPT says are the all-time best Pittsburgh Steelers.
What's up, fellas?
Hey,
What's happening, Johnny?
Appreciate you joining us, man.
I can't get in this without, getting at least one of my players on our team.
Well, we gotta work that in, man. We might have to do a all-time Washington team for you. Because you would be very valuable in one of those.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of guys to choose from.
So starting with ChatGPT's team, I'll introduce them and then we'll kind of talk about what you guys think we should do. They start off with Ben Roethlisberger as the quarterback, followed by Franco Harris at running back, Lynn Swann at wide receiver, Heath Miller at tight end, Tunch Ilkin as the tackle, Alan Faneca as a guard, Mike Webster as the center, Gary Anderson as the kicker. We have L.C. Greenwood as the defensive end, Mean Joe Green as the defensive tackle. We have Jack Ham as the outside linebacker, Jack Lambert as the inside linebacker, Mel Blunt at cornerback, Donnie Shell at free safety, Troy Polamalu at strong safety, and then Bobby Walden as the punter. So it's a pretty stacked team. They went pretty heavy on 70s, but there's also some like Big Ben era people like Ben and Heath Miller and Faneca, Polamalu. Other than that, they went very, very heavy with the Super Steelers of the 1970s. So, with that being said,
opportunity to win.
do we also pick up a Super Steeler and go with the Blonde Bomber who leads the Steelers in Super Bowls with 4? As far
Yeah,
as
I mean, you have to go Terry Bradshaw. Who are you going to go with? Mason Rudolph?
Cordell Stewart, duh. King Cordell.
Well, you're not going to go with Kenny?
Nah, I think I'll pass on Kenny. Right, the Browns didn't even go on Kenny.
Charlie Batch.
Hey, he was a great backup. If this was
he was.
all-time Steeler backup quarterbacks, I would say Charlie Batch would be a decent option.
Nope, very good. Yeah.
So going from there, we have Terry Bradshaw, the Blonde Bomber, as our quarterback. Who's he going to hand the ball off to? Personally, there's like one guy that I'm friggin' in love with as far as running backs. And
Does it have to be Pittsburgh?
Yeah, it's the all-time Steelers team. So it actually, they all have to be Steelers today.
Unfortunately.
I mean,
it's
got to be Bettis.
Oh, the Bus is my guy, man. That's like one of my favorite players of all time. In fact, when I was in 6th grade, I dressed up as Jerome Bettis for Halloween.
Nice.
Yeah. The Bus was like huge for me, man. He's beloved here in Pittsburgh. I'm so glad that he actually got to retire a champion. So we got Bradshaw and the Bus. That's like a pretty awesome combination. At wide receiver, there's a couple guys that it's really hard for me to choose from. So I'm going to probably get your guys' help on this one. The first guy, I'm kind of like, Hines Ward. He's like one of like the leading receivers of all time in the franchise. He also has won 2 Super Bowls. He was a Super Bowl MVP for one of those Super Bowls. The other guy is Antonio Brown, but I don't know if I can pick him because he has 0 Super Bowls and he's like mentally ill.
that might be helpful to us. I mean,
he might be able to. Well, what if he walks off mid-game like he did for Tampa Bay? Or maybe we can talk him into going and shanking somebody on the other side.
Didn't Anton Randall L play for you guys too?
John Stallworth not getting any love?
Stallworth would be a great option too.
I mean, I did not really pay attention when Hines Ward was playing there. Paid a little more attention to the Steelers when Stallworth was there. Stallworth, I mean. I don't know. I'm not sure which one of those two.
It's basically like a 1A, 1B, 1C type of situation with all 3 of those guys. The only, I think, downside with Stallworth is I think he might be viewed as like Lynn Swann's like second receiver to an extent. I know they were like 1A, 1B type guys.
Yeah, no, you're right, though. Hines Ward was really more of a number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so probably Ward is the right way to go. We're not at defense yet, but yes, I'm sure TJ is going to be there.
Oh yeah, TJ is most likely going to make it. It's going to be like a short list of guys, but TJ is already the sack leader, so that bodes very well for him, especially since they took Jack Ham. Tight end, they took Heath
Frenchie Fuqua.
Good old Frenchie. I actually. Do you remember Rip and Gypsy? I actually won one of his jerseys off of one of their breaks once.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a signed Frenchie Fuqua.
That's pretty cool. No, I mean the other guy that comes to my mind is what's the oh gosh. Cunningham.
Oh yeah, from the 70s, Benny Cunningham.
Benny Cunningham.
He was actually Bradshaw's tight end, so that might be a decent connection. If Ben gets his guy, maybe Bradshaw should get his guy. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I was looking at some of the 70s guys from your team, and the one they show here is Dennis Hughes, but I would say no to him because he had -8 yards. But Cunningham, yeah, would probably be the one. OT.
Yeah, so offensive tackle. There's a lot of decent tackles. I don't really know what direction to go here for the Steelers. One of like the stalwarts for like Big Ben was always Marvell Smith. But I don't know if he like did enough to be considered like a top guy like Tunch Ilkin was. Like, I think Tunch Ilkin's even more beloved because he stayed on as like a announcer for Pittsburgh sports for the longest time, even after he retired.
John
Kolb?
John Kolb is another guy. That's the only guy. I mean, I mean, for centers, I thought about Dawson. I mean, offensive linemen, I just don't remember much of anybody.
I actually think Dermontti Dawson is considered the second best center in Steelers history, so that's a great choice.
Yeah, behind Webster, yeah.
So maybe we'll just go Marvell Smith, unless one of you guys can think of a better name.
Nope.
Some positions are just difficult. Another Ben guy that I think might be good for like the middle of the line is David DeCastro. I don't think he quite had the career that Alan Faneca did, but I thought he was pretty solid. He was like a perennial Pro Bowler next to Marquise Pouncey for the longest time.
Oh, Pouncey was a center though, right?
He was, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was suggesting DeCastro, who's was the guard next to Pouncey.
That'll work.
Too bad we can't just reposition Pouncey. He'd be an awesome one to put in there. Kickers. So they picked Gary Anderson, who's probably one of our better kickers of all time.
What about the current guy?
Yeah, I mean, Boswell's actually pretty awesome right now. He's probably one of the top kickers. Another one I really like is Jeff Reed. John, who do you like better, the Boswell or Reed?
Ooh. I want to say, wow. You guys are pretty close. If I had to go anyway, I think I'd probably go Boswell.
I am frozen, so I can't see you guys moving or anything, but I can still hear you.
Cool. Hopefully you unfreeze soon. So then going into the defense, into defensive end, they are going with L.C. Greenwood. One of my favorite Steelers of all time is Aaron Smith. I don't know if he's quite LC because LC is, again, one of the, Steel Curtain. Any defensive ends for the Steelers that you guys have liked over the years?
If I knew any of them, maybe. I mean, I can't really. That's why I'm kind of looking to see what's out here.
Yeah, if not, I'm more than happy to just go with a personal favorite in Aaron Smith.
So we're looking for.
He was part of the 2005, the 2008 Super Bowl championships. He was a Pro Bowler. I don't believe he's a Hall of Famer though, so that could be an issue. I don't know how ChatGPT is gonna take this.
I'll try to.
On the plus side, good old LC Greenwood, Joe Green, Jack Ham, and Jack Lambert are going to have their hands full trying to take down the bus.
This is true.
Especially when our wide receiver is also known for blocking.
Now, let's see here. Defensive. Wow.
While we're thinking about that one, any insight at defensive tackle? The guy I'd probably go with is Casey Hampton. who played for the Steelers, same time as Aaron Smith. He was like huge, run-stopping defensive tackle. My opinion, probably the second best behind Joe Green that we've had.
I was looking at Tom Beasley, but he really didn't do a whole lot for you guys.
I know the one that Sean is eager to get to is the outside linebacker. Is there anybody that you would rival TJ Watt there? I think for the time being, I'm going to put a placeholder of Aaron and Casey.
No, there wouldn't be anybody there for that. At least not in how I can see it.
The only ones I can potentially think of instead of him would be Greg Lloyd, who is like one of the greats, Kevin Green, one of the greats.
Oh, yeah, Kevin Green, yeah.
James Harrison, who's like pretty much almost died in that 100-yard interception return in the Super Bowl. But TJ is the all-time Steelers leader in sacks. Does the lack of a Super Bowl yet hurt him? That's the question.
Could be. Outside linebacker. Who do we have here? I always say would put them in that list, but they just have linebackers, D-backs, and stuff like that. So,
you don't put Haywood in that tackle?
Could. He's also in that strange kind of category where he hasn't won a championship. And the cool thing about Hayward is he actually could be D-end or a D-end because he plays both positions. So theoretically, he could be either one of those if we were to decide to go with Hayward, which is actually a fantastic option as well. Between him and Smith and Hampton, you really couldn't go wrong with any of them. What do you think? Should we go with Hayward?
I'd say go for it.
I wonder how his career stacks up compared to Aaron Smith. Like, he doesn't have the Super Bowls, but I feel like he might have stats. Or am I wrong in assuming that? Because he seems like he's Aaron Smith was so quiet in what he did, though. Like, he was like one of those like selfless type guys. So inside linebacker. They took Jack Lambert, who's probably best inside linebacker the Steelers have had, in my opinion. Where do you guys go with inside linebacker? Any guys you're into? There was one guy I thought Michael might like just because he also played for the New York Jets. That would be James Ferrier. He was part of our Super Bowl teams with Big Ben. Or was
Ferrier's not a bad choice.
Ferrier leave us? Was he with Big Ben? I know he was definitely there with at least the beginning of Big Ben. Did you win a Super Bowl with us, pal?
Linebacker,
I think he did. Yeah, he won. Yeah, 2 Super Bowl rings with us. So he was with Big Ben. Cool. I thought so. So he has 2 Super Bowls, which is 2 less than Jack Lambert. He was a pretty short tackler. He always had pretty high up there. Like, he was a Pro Bowler several times. So, I mean, it might help wrap up Franco, might help cover Franco.
now, I'm going to interrupt you. Sorry.
Yeah.
The defensive end. What about Lloyd Voss? 'Cause I'm looking at him up. He had 7 sacks. Looks like a fumble return. And I don't know if he's any better than Andy Russell looking at it, but
Well, Andy Russell's a linebacker.
I think
Actually, Andy Russell might not be a bad option.
I was thinking next. I was like, wait a minute, Andy Russell might work.
Was he inside or outside? If he's inside, that would be perfect.
Andy Russell, it lists him as RLB, so I don't know.
I think that's right linebacker, RLB.
That's what I would think. But Hayward is definitely a better DE now that I look at it.
Oh, he was an outside linebacker. He played on the right side. That's why. Yeah.
Where's the one inside?
Anybody you got besides Ferry or anyone like that, Michael? Anybody in the chat have any options? He sure is. The largest of the Longhorns definitely made it. I don't know if you've seen Casey nowadays, Sean. He's slimmed down tremendously. Like he lost a ton of weight. But yeah, he was awesome. Like he was so dominating.
Yeah, and I think inside linebacker, right?
Yep.
So Mike Henry was one from the 60s.
Yeah, Farrier, Lawrence Timmons. It might be another guy you could think of, but it would be
Timmons was good too. I think Farrier's part. You know who would have been really awesome if he didn't get crippled was Ryan Shazier.
Yeah,
that dude was really looking good for a while there.
Yep. Yeah, I think you got to go with Farrier.
Cool. Cornerback. They have Mel Blount. I don't know how we can't go with Rod Woodson.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go with Woodson for sure.
Okay, then we go to safety. They got Donnie Shell and Troy Polamalu. I was thinking going with somebody more recent. We just traded away Minkah Fitzpatrick. Kind of like a Pro Bowl type talent. Is there anybody like in the past you guys think might be better than Minkah?
Carnell Lake.
I was thinking about actually putting him at strong safety.
Oh.
So I think both of them have played both of those.
He is a strong safety. Free State, Ryan Clark was pretty good.
Dude, Ryan Clark. I didn't even think of Ryan Clark. That's a good option. I'm going to put Ryan Clark in there. That's a pretty good option. I mean, I don't know if he's better than Minkah, but he was pretty good.
Yeah.
Then Carnell Lake for the strong. And then punter, I was just going to say Josh Miller because he was pretty good. But, I mean, I don't know if you guys have any opinion on punters.
No, I mean,
I'm looking at one from the 80s of Craig Colquitt.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
I mean, he had 40.7 per punt, 40 yards per punt. I mean,
the thing
again,
about
I'm not a
big
Pittsburgh fan. That's
I mean the thing about Miller is he played there for a while.
Yeah, he was a long-time punter.
Who's your punter today?
What is it? What's his name? Like he's definitely not like probably worth using right now. It's Cameron Johnson.
Okay.
They did have Presley Harvin III, but he was released. Currently, it's Cameron Johnson, and then his backup currently is Corliss Waitman. But it's looking like Cameron Johnson is going to be the guy. He just signed with us in the off season of 2024.
Yeah, I think you got to go with Josh Miller.
Here's a question for you: do you stick with Hines Ward, or do you go with DK Metcalf?
You know what? I didn't think of that. That is interesting.
Let's see what their numbers are for each of them here.
Well, DK, yeah, I mean, as long as I guess ChatGPT would recognize him as being Pittsburgh, and he might give us that extra that you need. But I mean, it's hard to go ahead and put a guy on the list who hasn't played a game for the team yet.
No, I'm looking at, let's see. Hines Ward has 12,000 receiving yards. Metcalf's got half of that, 992 looks like last year.
Yeah, Hines used to have close to 100 catches a year too. He was like really good for like the slot receiver play, and he was really known for blocking, which might actually help us being that we have Bettis.
That's true. They're kind of even. I mean, Hines had a little bit, like you said, with the blocking, but
Well, Hines actually had 1,000 receptions for the Steelers.
yeah.
1,000 on the button.
Yep. Yeah, he had it done.
85 TDs.
Super underrated.
Yep.
All right, let's take bets. Do we win this one? Or do we go on 3?
What do you, guys in the chat? Do you think we'll get our first win of the season?
No.
Or are we gonna get Arch Manning eventually?
I don't know. I think
that front 4, because I can't say front 7 because we only put 4 of them on there.
Does this give you the score of what they beat us by?
They will. It will. Yeah.
I guess they got to be close if you do lose.
We should guess. What do you guys think? Like the scoring's going to look like in this?
31-27. What I'm going to pick. We lose by 4 points.
35-17 Chat GPT.
I'm going to say it's going to be 28-27 us. And I'm only picking us because I'm me. And
That's fine.
But honestly, they're probably going to beat us.
They have Harris, Lynn Swan. How do you lose a Swanee on your team? Come on.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
I mean, you just look at it from a standpoint of their DN, their D tackle, and their 2 linebackers.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and you take probably the two top offensive linemen. Yeah, they're going to have to go against some, you know, a Hayward and a Watt going after him, but you know, Mel Blount, Donnie Shell for Troy Polamalu sitting in the back. I mean, you know.
All right, let's share this screen.
Well, let's run it and see what happens.
It's running. It's thinking about it. All right. Get out of that. And the moment everybody has been waiting for. Will we finally beat ChatGPT? I hope so.
Maybe we should use one of the dumber AI programs.
Exactly. Okay, so perfect. Thanks for uploading, blah, blah, blah. So simulation. GPT versus Dialed In. First quarter. ChatGPT team in the Big Ben era strikes first. Roethlisberger connects with Lynn Swan on a deep post after Franco Harris sets up play action. Gary Anderson hits the PAT. Dialed In responds. Bradshaw feeds Jerome Bettis early, pounding through the line on 3rd and short. Bradshaw hits Hines Ward on a quick slant. Chris Boswell drills a field goal, 7-3. Second quarter. Franco Harris starts wearing down the defense behind Mike Webster and Alan Faneca. He punches in the touchdown from the 3, 14-3. TJ Watt. Thank you so much for that suggestion, Sean. Flips the momentum with a strip sack of Roethlisberger, recovered by Casey Hampton. Again, Sean. Bradshaw wastes no time, Play action bomb to Hines Ward, 40-yard touchdown, 14-10. Both defenses clamped down. Joe Green sacks Bradshaw. Polamalu nearly picks one before halftime. So halftime, GPT is winning 14-10. Third quarter, Bradshaw comes out firing. Mel Blount blankets Ward. Dialed in, settles for a Boswell field goal. It's 14-13. GPT answers. Roethlisberger, Heath Miller over the middle multiple times. Franco Harris breaks a 25-yard run. Drive capped by a Gary Anderson field goal, making it 17-13. Fourth quarter. With 10 minutes left, Bettis rumbles, thank God. Rumbled for a 15-yard touchdown after a Rod Woodson interception on Big Ben. Score is 20-17. Dialed in leads. Roethlisberger responds with vintage clutch play. Pump fake freezes Carnell Lake, and Swan makes a leaping 30-yard grab. Heath Miller finishes with a red zone touchdown, 24-20. ChatGPT team back on top. Final drive, Bradshaw tries for the deep ball. Jack Ham tips it, and Jack Lambert seals it with an interception. Final score, ChatGPT team wins 24-20. Here's the clutch plays that made them win was Big Ben in the fourth quarter with that drive to Swan. Apparently he made some circus catches. Defensive turnovers, Lambert and Ham closed it out, neutralizing Bradshaw's deep ball attack. And Franco controlled the tempo, kept Bettis from being the most dominant running back in the game. What would we have needed to do to win the game? They needed to ride the bus harder, control the clock, and keep Big Ben off the field. We need to avoid turnovers. Bradshaw cost us with the turnovers. More conservative attack might have swung it. TJ's domination, he got the strip sack, but needed to completely disrupt Roethlisberger. One thing I would like to know, would swapping Aaron Rodgers for Terry Bradshaw make the Dialed In team win? Would Aaron fare better in that matchup?
I want to say no.
With Aaron Rodgers. Okay. First half, Rodgers' impact early. Unlike Bradshaw, Rodgers is much more efficient. He avoids Mel Blount's coverage traps and quick timing throws. Hines Ward thrives on slants and crossers. Rodgers engineers 2 scoring drives, a short pass to Ward, plus a Bettis run and a Boswell field goal. Second, play action, deep strike. Rod Woodson lined up on offense for a trick play. Oh my God. We got Rod Woodson on offense. Connected to Hines Ward for a touchdown, 10-7 Dialed In team. Big Ben still connects with Swan for a big play. Franco Harris kept the chains moving. Anderson ties it at 10-10 at the half. Second half, Rodgers works the sidelines brilliantly, avoiding Donnie Shell and Polamalu lurking in the middle.
Aaron Rodgers is better than freaking Terry Bradshaw.
Wow, for a 17-10 Dialed In. Roethlisberger struggles from TJ Watt and Cam Ward. A sack kills one drive. Anderson nails a field goal. Fourth quarter, Rodgers shows his clutch factor. Third and long, he scrambles outside, hits Ward downfield with a laser. Bettis hammers in a TD, 24-13 Dialed In. Then Ben gets one late touchdown to Heath Miller, but Rodgers milks the clock with pinpoint short passes, preventing Lambert and from forcing turnovers like before. The final score, Dialed In would have won 24-20 with Aaron Rodgers.
They must be having Aaron Rodgers in his heyday. It ain't now.
That's probably what they're thinking is like all time.
Yeah.
So essentially what they're saying is the reason we won with Rodgers is unlike Bradshaw's gunslinger risks, Rodgers took the defense, what the defense gave him, and didn't feed the Lambert and Ham interceptions. He said Hines Ward was unlocked. Rodgers' accuracy on timing routes maximized Ward's possession game. clock management, Rodgers controlled the tempo, denying Roethlisberger a chance to take a late comeback. And then what they would have needed to do to beat Rodgers was pass rush heavy. They needed Joe Green and LC Greenwood to collapse the pocket and force Rodgers to throw under duress. They needed to take away the short ball game, which with Hines Ward is not easy to do. And then they also needed to do ball control with Franco, which they weren't able to do because Rodgers kept them off the field. So, yeah, Rodgers for the win. Hopefully he can do the same this year for my Pittsburgh Steelers.
But, oh, no, we are 0-3.
We really are 0-3.
I mean, I didn't get the exact score right, but I did say we lose by 4 points.
Yeah, you called that. Michael feels a lot better, though, about his New York Jets going into next week. So hopefully we can redeem ourselves with a New York Jets victory.
It's going to be interesting to see who GPT chooses as the all-time Jets.
Yeah.
Is there any real all-time Jets?
There's plenty of all-time Jets.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers doesn't count.
I know Aaron Rodgers doesn't count.
You know what, though? With the Jets, you could pick some really interesting choices at quarterback. You could take Aaron Rodgers, just like
Mark Sanchez.
Brett Favre, even.
It's right. That's what I'm saying. So it's going to be interesting to see what ChatGPT does. Does ChatGPT go Joe Namath? Do they go, Brett Favre? Do they go Aaron Rodgers? It's going to be interesting to see what a ChatGPT comes up with.
Come on, you don't think ChatGPT would pick Mark Sanchez? He likes to run in his own players.
You know what's going to be?
In all honesty, in reality, it could because they went to 2 AFC Championship games with him.
See?
I mean, it's not out of the realm that they, that they.
And I don't mean just to pick on you, Mike, because my team's just as bad in those years too. So you look at Brad Johnson.
I'm saying. I mean, that's why I'm saying it's going to be interesting because the guys who wore the uniform, who were some of the better quarterbacks in the history of the NFL, I mean, 2 of them only wore it for a very short time.
Right.
Joe Namath, there are a lot of people who, I mean, overall, yes, he won a Super Bowl, but he was not a great quarterback. When you think of great quarterbacks in the NFL, he's not a guy, unless you're a Jets fan, he's not a guy who really you think of, right away. He's, on the list. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be, I think it's going to be interesting.
Real quick, Andy, you still have that ChatGPT game up?
Yeah. You want me to put something else in there?
I'm just curious. I want to see if they're actually using from their yesteryears or not. RJ3 is our quarterback. How would we have done?
Like Robert Griffin III? Sure.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see
we probably
he wasn't a Steeler.
No, but I'm just saying.
I mean, but you could put anybody in at that point.
Yeah, I mean, well, the one that got hit by the truck isn't going to do us any good, but
he was part of your team too, Haskins.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying though is you're putting any of those quarterbacks, with,
with those guys. I'm just curious to see how it would have. We don't have to go over everything. I just want to see if it would have.
Is it IN or EN with RG3?
IN.
All right. Good one. Let's plug in RG3 Prime 2012 version, dual threat. All right.
So it does go to their.
So it would have been 7-7.
Yep. 7-7 after the
10-10.
first 10-10. Then
Nothing happened in the third quarter.
Wow. GP, that's a closer game than with freaking Bradshaw. How is that possible? They still win, but only by
3 points by a field goal.
3 points. Yeah. Interesting. So let's see what happened.
I was just curious.
Dailed In leans on RG3's mobility. Off zone, Reed looks, Bettis pounds the inside. RG3 keeps a few, burns the edges. Ham is caught off guard, flat a couple times. Griffin hits Hines Ward, play action 20-yard touchdown. Unlike Rodgers, Griffin struggles with Mel Blunt's physical coverage. A couple deep attempts. Branco answers, bruising, 7-yard, short touchdown for 7-7. RG3 flashes brilliance, scrambles from Green and Greenwood, finds Cunningham, streaking for 35, leads to a Boswell field goal. Here comes the steel curtain. Lambert spies RG3, reduces his scrambles. Joe Green breaks through and sacks him. Interception, Donnie Shell on an overthrow sets up Gary Anderson 10-10. Down to the fourth quarter, Griffin dazzles one huge play, read option, breaks free 40 yards into ChatGPT territory. Bettis bulldozes for the last 15, 17-10. RG3's inexperience against legendary defenses shows late in the fourth. Down by 4, he forces a throw, pressure, Jack Ham interception. Big Ben capitalizes with a touchdown drive to Swan. 20-17. Final drive, Green and Lambert crush the pocket. RG3 stripped by LC Greenwood. Game over. So at least he fought all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Why GPT's won. Steel curtain adjustment. They spied RG3. They forced him to do mistakes. And Ben's stability, he kept drives alive with throws to Heath Miller and Swan, minimized risks. What it would take to win with RG3, a run-first approach, lean more on Bettis, keep pressure off RG3, bootlegs and rollouts, move the pocket, don't let Green Lambert tee off, limit turnovers. RG3 needs a safe game manager style, not ball hero. Bottom line, Rodgers wins, it says.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Oh, we got a spammer.
Yes, we do. Well, I appreciate everybody
On
joining
Twitch.
Do you guys have anything coming up on your channels that you want to share about before we sign off?
I don't.
Michael?
No, man, just tomorrow night, collecting profit. I got Dan Bartels. He is from the New York Post Sports. So,
Wow.
New York Post.
You went big.
What?
You went big.
I'm not. I don't know how big it is, but we got a guy from New York, from the New York Post. I think he's going to be more on the maybe the social media side or stuff like that, everything. But he does the report, everything. He does does a bunch of stuff. Bunch of stuff on X. Does a podcast called Metcast. So it's he's a New York Mets fan. So it may be a little more Met-centric talk, but we'll be talking a lot of baseball. Big baseball fan. Probably going to talk about this. Maybe this potential reorganization, realignment, whatever you want to call it, that is being floated around in MLB and stuff like that. So
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, so come on out tomorrow, 9:00. Going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then for me, I'm going to probably try to drop a vlog this week from the Washington Wild Things game. They're a professional baseball team here in Pittsburgh. It's not like the MLB. They're in a different league or something like that. But
are they independent baseball, minor league system? I
guess I'm not entirely sure kind of what division they're in. They're not like the team that feeds the Pirates or anything like that, but they do have people that do play in the majors that have come through. Maybe Google them real quick, since you're a baseball guy. You might be able to give people more educated information on them.
What's their name? Pittsburgh
Washington Wild Things.
Oh.
But it's a small little stadium right out by where Mark and Bryce do the Pittsburgh Card Show, right by the Washington Crown Center. But it's like real quaint. The food and everything's super cheap, and it's just like a real nice night out. This last game we went to, we actually caught their firework night too. So the vlog will have the fireworks in it as well. So if anybody's interested in catching some cool baseball action or any of that stuff, make sure you swing back later on this week. We'll drop a vlog there.
So they are in the Frontier League. That's what they're in. In 2024, they finished in first place, I guess, in the West.
Mhm.
They were 67 and 28. They did lose, unfortunately. They defeated. So in the division series, they beat the Lake Erie Crushers. And unfortunately, they lost in the Frontier League Championship Series. They lost to the Quebec Capitales 3-1. From 2016 to 2025, 8 division titles, 12 playoff appearances.
Yeah, they've got some decent players come through too. Like if you walk through, they have banners of guys that like play in the MLB or have played in the MLB that have played on the team.
Now, hold on. So Alex Carrillo, hold on a second here.
You know some of these guys?
No, you know who played for them?
Who?
That's notable alumni. I don't know how the hell he did it. But in 2018, Pat McAfee.
Really? Well, he's from Pittsburgh, so that's pretty cool. That's really cool, actually. That's awesome.
James Meeker. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, they're kind of like in the league, like the crosscutters around here. That they're in the MLB draft league, so it's all since they're not associated with a team anymore.
Yeah,
but they can still get drafted. So,
yeah.
Wow,
it's a lot of fun though. Like Pittsburgh has several like smaller teams like this. We have a soccer team called the Riverhounds that like literally their stadium's right on the river. You can see like all kinds of like cool stuff like Heinz Field right from it. Or not Heinz Field, but Acrisure now. Yeah, Pittsburgh just has a lot of cool places like that.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. Yeah. The franchise was founded in 1997 as an expansion team as the Canton Crocodiles.
Nice.
They started in Ohio, playing at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium in Akron.
Nice.
Played there.
And then, much like Ben Roethlisberger, decided to come to Pittsburgh to become winners.
That should be fun.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, Sean. Have a good one, buddy. I mean, that's not bad. 3,200 seat stadium.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty nice.
I mean, you buy the best tickets, you sit right up front row, man.
We have really good friends that sit really close every single game, and it's like right by where the players come out and like play and sign autographs and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Sure, the tickets can't be that expensive.
They're not. They're not expensive at all.
I think for crosscutters, the most expensive ones are like $30, and that's right at the field. So
I think they said it was like, because my friend has season tickets, it was only like $400 for the entire year.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, pretty big stadium. I mean, 320 down the lines, 410 straightaway center field.
In the last game we went to, they played like excellent. Like I was surprised by how well they did. Like not because like they're not a good team, but just because I wasn't expecting them to perform the way they did. It's a really good game.
Because they're actually playing the game, not playing because they want money.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like all about passion for a lot of these guys. Just kind of cool.
Man, the Frontier League is pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Lake Erie, Joliet. Somehow the Mississippi Mud Monsters are in there, so that must be Schaumburg. That's probably Chicago. Windy City.
I can't remember if it's this league or not, but I think there might
Ottawa.
be called the Yalls.
Florence. Florence and that Y''ALLS word.
One of the first games I went to, somebody just kept saying, "Go Yos, go Yos." I'm like, what the hell are they saying? Well, yeah, it's like literally their team now name is Y'alls, like instead of Yinzers here in Pittsburgh.
One of the teams they play is the New York Boulders.
I think Dom said he's been to one of their games.
Nice. Well, next time you're in Pittsburgh, Michael, maybe we'll swing by one of their games.
Yeah, wow, they're actually not that. Yeah, I mean, that team's not. I mean, they play in Pomora, which really is. That's just. I mean, it's not like right around the corner from where Dom is, but it's north of New York City by Harmon State Park. Huh. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I like minor league baseball. Looking forward to that. When we go to North Carolina and stuff like that, a lot of teams in that area too. A lot of minor league baseball teams in that area. So
nice. Yeah, it's fun, man. Just a nice night out.
Oh, it is, and that's just it. I mean, you get to,
and you're not spending $500 to go to a ball game,
right? Sure. So if you like, man, this game sucks. It's the middle of the summer. It's really freaking hot out. Dude, okay, we could go ahead and we could leave after the 6th inning because I only spent $60 on tickets.
Dude, I actually lucked out last week. Me and Irene, we went to a church game with our pastors and a bunch of people from our church, and it was Skeens pitching against the Reds, and they won 7-0. It was like the perfect game to go to. And we were like pretty close to like up close to see Skeens. It was awesome.
That's really good.
You need to have the little kid to get the autograph.
Touche.
Yeah, a lot of them, they're some of them are starting to, not go ahead and want to sign that much anymore.
I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that they're like getting paid like thousands of dollars by like the Paninis, the Tops, and like all those places.
I think it might a little, and others are like, well, you're just going to turn around and sell it. Why would I do that when I could sign the card myself and sell it?
Yeah.
I think that's what probably, their first thought is, oh, this person's going to take this and it's going to sell it and everything. And what they don't, what the baseball players don't realize that the truth of the matter is, unless I take a video of Paul Skeens signing a card, I mean, taking a Skeens baseball card that he signed right in front of me and just putting that up and go, hey, I watched him sign it. Well, yeah, sure, okay. You could include your grandmother, your aunt, your uncle, and your sister too. But I mean, how do I know it's
unless you send it in, or like you said, have a picture if you don't want to send it in.
Yeah.
Dang.
You have to get it certified. You'd have to get it certified and all that kind of stuff. Which okay, it'll be, hey, this is an authentic. It's an authentic autograph, but you're gonna have to go through all that to try and sell it. You can't just right away and just throw it up for sale. It just doesn't work that way.
Real quick before we end this, did you all see the new Bowman thing that they're doing in Bowman with the freaking ping pong balls in the card?
I did. That's crazy.
You're gonna know that you have one in that box.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they pack that.
Yeah, it's like.
It's wild.
And what about the other thing that Topps did with the rookie logo? If it's in red,
I didn't hear about that one.
There's something going on. I forgot. Is it a redemption thing? I forgot what it is. But I think there's something that if your rookie emblem is in red on the card, what the heck was that?
I just thought it was interesting seeing the card with a ping pong ball. And I'm like, that makes no sense with baseball.
That ping pong was insane, dude.
I
just like the fact that the thing can still twist within the card.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Bowman rookie redemption. If you hit Bowman rookie redemption, you can hit a red RC and redeem it for fan cash if the player wins Rookie of the Year or achieves other career milestones.
Why does that sound familiar from something else they did?
But that's out of Bowman. I just opened up a Bowman box. I have to go ahead and see if I have any red
just look
rookies.
for them rookies.
I don't remember seeing any.
You probably just threw them in a bulk box.
Right, because normally that's what I've been doing. I have a 4-row, a rookie baseball, basketball, and and when I open up a box, I'm like, all right, any of the rookies that I want to maybe keep and bundle up and sell as a lot on eBay. Everybody else, I just take them and throw them in that one. This way, when I go to the flea market, I'm going to start doing, hey, rookie cards, they're 10 for $1. Go ahead and go through it and have fun.
That makes sense.
I think I had one. It was Rhett Lauder.
That's red?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got rid of it, but I doubt he's going to make Rookie of the Year or do anything special.
You might have thrown away some fan cash, man.
Not enough to buy me a box of whatever Bowman's coming out with the ping pong ball in it.
So if they win Rookie of the Year, the credit would be 100.
Nice.
If they're a one-time MVP, or also you can
you hold on to it
for a redeemer's account. Wait to see if your player achieves more milestones for bigger redemption payout. Rookie of the Year, $100. Nice. One-time MVP, one-time Cy Young, $300. Two-time MVP or Cy Young, $500. Three-time MVP or Cy Young, $700. Hall of Fame, $1,000.
Who's going to hold on to their card that long?
Well, and hopefully, Fanatics or whoever it is will go ahead and actually, honor it. Around them. They're going to be like, hell no, we sold off Bowman 10 years ago. It's just 20 years later. You're out of your mind. Get out of here.
I wonder if there's anything in the terms of service, in terms of conditions.
There's got to be.
Like, after 10 years, this is no longer valid. Meanwhile, no rookie is going to be in the Hall of Fame 10 years from now.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially, certain sports like football, you need to wait 5 years before you can actually get nominated.
But not only that, you're talking about, and you'd have to look at this rookie cast. So, for instance, Sasaki is one. I don't,
Mm-hmm.
Is there a chance he could win a Cy Young? Sure. I mean, if he stays healthy, But I think if you look at the Bowman checklist, 2025. Is it just Bowman Chrome or is it fine? Oh, in Bowman or Bowman Chrome products. It doesn't make a difference. But if you figure, 2025 Bowman checklist. See if they say who the rookies are.
The Bowman boxes with that new stuff in it's going to be an outrageous fortune.
So let's see. Adrian Deli Castro, nope. Rhett Lauer, Drew Thorpe, Jacob Wilson.
But he's injured.
But he would have had opportunity to go ahead and win Rookie of the Year. Sasaki, James Wood.
He ain't gonna do it.
No, but he has a RC on his card. But
true.
Doesn't mean. But he can't win Rookie of the Year.
But he could win MVP.
Could win MVP. Adele Amador for Kobe Mayo. The Japanese guy, no. Dylan Cruz might have had a chance, but he got hurt. Connor Norby, Shea Whitcomb, Jackson Jobe. Nope, he just went elbows. Tommy John. Best Tommy Sanganisi. Nope. Hurston. Nope. River Ryan, Brooks Lee, Orvelis Martinez, Schwellenbeck, Noel, Luis Angel Acuna, Ben Rice, Kim for the Dodgers, Locklear, Caden Dana, Kevin Alcantara.
But you
Dick
look at
York.
them, and how many of them are actual pitchers that would possibly have a shot at the Rookie of the Year and MVP?
No. It's not even that. No. No. I mean, one of these guys. Well, I don't know if I don't. I mean, do they do a Series 2 in Bowman?
I don't think so.
No, right?
No, it's like Bowman and Bowman Chrome, I believe.
It's just
and Inception.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flagship's the only one that does 1, 2, and update.
Yeah. So from that standpoint, if those are the only rookies that are listed in Bowman, holy crap.
Yeah, it's not that great.
I don't think the Bowman Mega Box checklist is different.
It's probably
right?
Cross.
No, Rhett Lauer, Thorpe, Sasaki, James Wood, same guys there.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
All right, gentlemen. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate both of you being here this evening.
Thank you, sir.
Go and follow both these guys on YouTube. I'd appreciate it. Also on social media if you haven't. You guys want to shout out your IGs or anything? Oh, Michael's is scrolling at Huddle Card Collection.
I can't remember what my IG is.
And we can't remember what his is. So, but we appreciate you being here, John.
Yep.
No problem.
You definitely contributed big time to our loss. Definitely appreciate the feedback. We might have lost by more if you weren't here. As you can see, RG3 would have been a better quarterback than Terry Bradshaw. And it would have only taken you to know that. I would have never even thought, like, hey, what would Robert Griffin III do in this situation?
I just thought, like, if they're going by third, like
RG3, is that what that is? What would Robert Griffin III do?
I think he would have been good if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah, I think he would have been too, man. He was definitely a.
If they would have kept him and picked up Jaden, it'd be sick.
Yeah.
But
cool. Well, again, I appreciate you, gentlemen, and
no problem.
Till next week, we invite all of you guys back to help us hopefully get our first win of the season. This is Michael's specialty. We're going into New York Jets territory.
I'm going to start studying this weekend.
Expect a loss.
Well, we're playing the Jets, so
we're going to shock the world.
Yeah.
With a 73-0 loss.
Yeah, exactly. All righty, guys. We appreciate you. See you next week. God bless.
Have a good one, fellas.